In today's replay analysis, we will take a look at Bronze 5 Ashe player Vivtech, who was seeking for help and asking for a VOD review. We will give him advice on how to position himself on Ashe, how to aim better. I will try to give him recommendations on mousepad and mice, which will allow him to really improve even outside of the game. Let's get started. First of all, we need to ask ourselves, is it a good idea to play Ashe here in this specific situation on this map with these teammates and against these opponents? First of all, let's take a look at our team. You can definitely make Ashe work with D.Va while you are poking from the distance. She's flying closer to enemies, basically playing a whack-a-mole game, punishing the over-aggression and over-commitment from the enemy team. Then you have Moira, which can also be a great option when it comes to deadly assassination of enemies, as well as a Lifeweaver with a pedal, which will allow you to take better advantageous positions and just have more success with your kills, right? And when you look at the enemy team, you can see that the only character that counters us pretty much is Genji, but if we will try to play far and take good positions, this guy will not be able to do anything. Roadhog is a horrible choice in the current meta, as well as against Ashe, simply because you don't have an option to save your teammates, you don't have an option to shield them, there is nothing you can do to save them from you. Mercy is also pretty bad, simply because she wants to Valk, she wants to fly up, she wants to really use her mobility, and you can catch her with some nice headshots. So let's go with a gameplay itself. We are going out of spawn, and right from the start that I can see that you have a very high sensitivity. Yeah, absolutely. The first thing you can do is you want to tweak your settings, but before that you really want to go for a greatest setup that you can possibly afford yourself, right? Spend money on a mousepad, spend money on mouse. I will give you a very detailed spreadsheet of mousepads ranked from the best to worst, as well as the best endgame mice that you can possibly get yourself. We can see that you have a very high sensitivity, and for the sensitivity you really want to go for options, controls, change hero. Ashe, I personally play on 1600 DPI and I have 2.5%, which allows me to pretty much get a 360 if I will place my mouse on the left side of my mousepad and then I do a 360, right? Even faster than that. It allows me to have a healthy balance between sharp aim as well as the ability to turn around when necessary, when I need to run away, when I need to use my coach gun to really escape situations. And then another thing you want to do is recoil, recovery, aim compensation. Some people have it off, some people have it on. Try both, see what's gonna be the best for you. Toggle zoom obviously off, and then relative aim sensitivity while zoomed. This is a big one. You really want to have it at 51:47. This is going to be the exact number, the 1-to-1 ratio between your hip fire and your right click hold. So basically when you are aiming versus when you are just like walking around and scouting, you have the same 1-to-1 ratio sensitivity. Other settings are pretty much the same, right? So let's continue. Right here, you are missing a dynamite. This is partly because you are not familiar with hitting dynamites, because you did not have enough practice, and as well as you are just having a very high sensitivity, which can be exceptionally hard to do stuff. Right here, great engage onto the Reaper. Roadhog, it feels like this guy just does not understand what's going on in the game. And right from the start, I want to give you a tip of where you should position yourself. You have a coach gun, which will allow you... Oops, I'm sorry. You have a coach gun, which will allow you to get to positions where other DPS characters will not have the ability to go for, right? So, for example, if I am a Cassidy, I would have to take a long flanking route to get to a high ground. If I'm a soldier, I will have to take a long way to be here, right? And then I jump here. When you are playing Ashe, And the site is relatively free, right? So no one is contesting this part. You can actually get here and notice how much more, how much more room for the shooting you have. Notice how much safer you are in terms of like you being here versus you being there. So make sure that you prioritize your high ground positioning. This is a map with a big verticality, and you will definitely make more gains. You will definitely improve a lot more if you will get better positions. So notice how you can play here. You can break this thing with your melee and then go for here, throw dynamites, and then just absolutely destroy your opponents. Simply because they have very close range characters. Reaper is a close range character. Mercy really wants to be close to her enemies simply because her beam range is not that far, right? Hog wants to be close to you. So as an Ashe player, you really want to be as far as you possibly can. Let's see what's gonna happen next. So we are going for this team fight. Nice shots onto the Hog. Nice shots onto the Hog. And then you are getting a double headshot onto Genji. Great. I love the fact that you are not going for scoped shots while you are up close, simply because you can put out higher DPS damage per second when you are unscoped if you are close to an enemy and there is no damage drop off from here. Nice shots onto here, and then you're going for dynamite. Great dynamite, and they have to use the cleanse. This is really, really important. As a DPS player, as a player in general, you really want to bait out as many resources before the engagements start. You want to bait out as many cooldowns as possible. So notice how this Kiriko has 13 seconds cooldown on this cleanse, and looking at the dynamic of this team fight, they will not be able to cleanse again, simply because the team fight is gonna be over before that. Again, you wanna bait out Reaper fade. So notice how he is faded. He has faded already, and now he is an easier target simply because there are almost 0 to no ways to escape, especially considering the fact that they have to contest the point, which is amazing. Which is nice. And then, I don't like the fact that you are coming close here, because like Ashe is a very, very range-loving character. So you really wanna prioritize being in a better position. Like notice if you were to be here, right? The Hog has to look at D.Va, not you, so he will not be able to hook you from here. The Reaper will not be able to flank behind you. So there are so many better positions that you can take, even here, right? So you can just stay here, like completely safe, and if the danger is gonna come, well, I don't see a person that can literally do anything to you. Maybe Kiriko with a few lucky headshots, but yeah, you just crouch here, and you are absolutely safe. In comparison with you being close to Hog, let's take a look at his cooldowns, right? He's got everything ready to kill you. If he'll land his shots, if he'll land his abilities, you are absolutely dead. So make sure that your positioning is gonna be on point here. So you wanted to come close and use the coach gun, but I highly advise you to go for, so notice how this thing happened simply because of your positioning, right? Make sure that you are saving your coach gun for the time that you are in danger, because the Genji is there, the Reaper is there, and if they are coming to kill you, your coach gun can save your life. Of course, you have supports, but look, they are not gonna output much healing simply because of the nature of these supports. Life Weaver's healing is pretty bad, as well as Moira's healing is pretty bad, and considering the fact he's using his orbs for damage, I suspect that this rank, it's gonna be a massive disaster. Okay, that happens. That happens even to Grandmasters, simply because the enemies are blocking the sight of your dynamite. It's not a problem. You are going for kills here. Okay. It feels like you are panicking a little bit against Genji. So what are you gonna do? When you are trying to 1 versus 1 him, is he scary? Absolutely. But Genji is a pretty weak character character in the current meta, and you can bait out his deflect and then go for left clicks or aim down sights to really finish him off. Here you are just kind of panicking with the dynamite, right? And then kind of panicking with your left clicks. He cannot do anything to you. He cannot do anything to you. Sure, he can dash, but that's not gonna be enough to kill you. Or he's gonna die for it. And you have a tree here, and notice you really don't want to be here. Like, you, trust me, you don't. Simply because there are characters that can literally kill you. It is, if you think that it's your job to contest, if you think that it is your job to hold the point, it's not. It's not. And it feels like you're gonna farm your B.O.B soon and just use it to get an advantage. So here you're coach gunning and I'm walking forward in comparison with like you really wanted to go backwards. Let's take a look at this B.O.B positioning. If you could have B.O.B anywhere, oh, what the hell is that? If you could have B.O.B anywhere on the map, oh, this is beautiful. This is Overwatch 101. If you're gonna have B.O.B anywhere on this point, where would you want it to be? They don't have Ana, so there is no way to stop this character, this Giga B.O.B. There is nothing opponents can do against it, so you are just being chilling. You are pressing Coalescence, you are pressing B.O.B, which is nice. I love it. I love it. That's a good positioning for B.O.B, as well as yeah, he's just gonna destroy everyone. Yeah, look at that. Mercy is one. Oh wait, what happened? Wait a second, who are you? Okay, so you'll press B.O.B here. No. Okay, you're pressing B.O.B here. Going for a Roadhog. Okay. How did the Reaper awareness? You did not. Wait, what happened here? Wait a second. So he's just TPing right in the middle of nowhere with 30 HP behind your back. Oh, oh. Okay, so I think Kiriko landed a headshot here. That is very unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. And you didn't get the point. Wait, what? Wait, what? And you didn't even get the point. Oh, never mind. You're gonna get it, no? Wait, what? How? What? Wait, but you pressed Coalescence and B.O.B. How? Okay, so surely the team fight. Bro, this is so interesting. This is so satisfying. I'm pretty sure 10 of these players, like all of these players, are having big fun in the game. Like in comparison with the top 500 lobbies where everyone is like tilted and stuff, and like making a single mistake and dying. Nice. It feels like you hear me. It feels like you heard me out, right? And you are going for this. Okay, so again, aim. We'll speak about it a little bit later. I will give you tips on how to improve it internally, externally, because I feel like I have enough experience on that, or in that regard. What the hell is that healing orb doing? I have no idea. Again, prioritize Squishies. He will not be able to do anything to that Roadhog if he has his bottle of healing ready. If he has 2 supports pocketing him. So make sure that you are going for that Mercy, you are going for that Kiriko, you are pressuring them, or you are going for the Hitscans. Forget about Hog. He should not be your priority at all. Kill him! Kill him! No! Yes! Nice! Nice. Alright, we are going for more. Finally. No! They're contesting again. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Can it stop already? Bro, you've been fighting for 2 minutes already. Holy. Okay, nice. So you're going for more. And let's take a look at the positioning here. Let's take a look at the best scenarios possible, right? Where would you want to play in this particular like corner of the map to get the most advantage against players that are playing against you? Because obviously everything is relative, and if you would play against Widow, I would highly advise you to go for different positions in comparison with you playing against Reaper, right? This is a taboo for you. You should not, like, no, this is an absolute no. This room is gonna be your death simply because of Hog, Reaper, and Genji, and Kiriko. like they all have advantage against you here. So I highly advise you to start off from here, poke your opponents from far, and then slowly move up here and get the positions here to really get a really good views onto the enemies, but you have to do it when the payload is gonna be at this position. Let's see what you're gonna do instead, or not instead, who knows. Okay, nice, I love it, man. Coach gun onto the high ground to get more great dynamite, amazing, nice, I love it, man. You are applying you almost punched that Genji to death. You are applying a lot of pressure. Make sure that you are not standing still. Make sure that you're always walking around, simply because you are at danger of dying every single time that you are there. Your dynamites are great, man. For bronze 5 player, your dynamites are great. You really want to invest in a good mouse pad. You really want to invest in a good mouse. You want to get a good grip. You want to aim train. And then everything is gonna be Gucci. Going for Mercy, unfortunately missing every shot. And like, you wanna ask yourself, do you wanna be at this position? And the answer would probably be yes. There are not many threats from the enemy team. And right here, whoa. It is very lucky that you stayed alive here. Kiriko should have landed a kill on you. Those mercies, man, even I have problems hitting mercies. I don't like this. I really don't like this. So again, you want to close your distance on Ashe only when you're at a very, very big advantage. When you are in a 5 versus 2 situation and you are just steamrolling your opponents here, when you are doing that, imagine there is a Genji hiding here. You're just dead. Maybe your life will try to life grip you, right? If he has reaction. Maybe someone can help you. But again, taking a 1 versus Kiriko. Okay. In this particular time, in this particular situation, you denied the high ground. But was it worth it? Not really. You were at the risk of dying, right? You're at the risk of dying. You almost got yourself another B.O.B. Again. Oh, yeah. Don't stand still. Make sure that you are constantly, moving, and you have a natural cover. Use it. Shoulder pick, right? You can do it like this. Boom, 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 boom. You will limit the options of your enemies. I understand that everyone is dead and there is not much danger, but this Genji wants you. This Genji is dying to kill you. The desire is there. Okay, sure. What happened to you? Okay. Oh, you're standing still again, of course, right? So try to always. Whoa. Again. Make sure that you are not exposing yourself to many threats at once. So here is one person that can look at you, another person that can look at you, and funny enough, this person can also look at you. So you have 4 people looking at you potentially. And if they would play better characters, they would have the chance to kill you. Hawk can hook you. Yeah, Kiriko can land headshots, which she will probably do. And Genji can actually come a little bit closer and dash, right? So you are overexposing yourself for nothing, right? You want to peek out very carefully, farm B.O.B, place your B.O.B right here, because they don't have anything to do with him. Like, place your B.O.B right here, he's gonna win the game for you. B.O.B does not know how to miss. B.O.B just never misses. It's simple as that. So you're standing, look, you're standing still. I understand that this is very, very hard to do when you are it's like learning how to drive a car, right? You really wanna learn how to use a steering wheel, and then you really need to use how to use pedals, and again. Try to not stand still. Here, it's really interesting for me, but they are actually contesting. What you could have done is you could have just waited in spawn and then switch spawns. If you are, like, how likely it is that your team is gonna win a team fight? How likely you think it is that your team is gonna win this team fight? Well, looking at this picture, I would say that it's like kind of 50-50. This Genji just died from cringe. Or he's doing a breakdance. Or hip-hop moves. Okay, so what you can do is you can just stand and spawn and then press F to pay respect and switch spawns. Which is gonna be massive, right? And then you were able to get that. Nice. You were able to get that point, and then you are going for the spam on the Roadhog. Again, standing still. Standing still is your biggest problem, I can see right now. It's not the only one, but it's the biggest one for sure. Okay, here. Where you would want to play here as an Ashe player, right? Given the fact that the opponents have switched to Mei. They switch to Mei, it means that you cannot play close, simply because you're gonna get trapped with the wall, simply because you're gonna get slowed, simply because you're gonna get icicled to the head. So you wanna keep the distance from Mei, as well as gain an advantage of your opponents. Where can you play? The first point I see is here. Not exposing pretty much anything, but you want to shoot your enemies while they cannot shoot you. You want to damage enemies while they cannot damage you. This is a principle of Overwatch, and if you are breaking it, you will lose more games than you win. That's a fact. You're going for a high ground, you're going for a flank. Do I like it? Kill enemies, please. Again, like you are too busy breaking the fence while there is a half HP hog, and you can literally 2-tap him and he's gonna be dead, right? So, awareness. Map awareness, enemy awareness, teammate awareness. What? Okay, so you had to change the spot. Whoa, wait a second. The team is fighting, man. The team is fighting. They are ferociously trying to save their lives, working as a team. Look, they are already one down. There is something you have to do, but you're just breaking fences, man. Stop it. Okay, it's finally time. You're ready. You're prepared. It was a great preparation. What you can do here? As a DPS player, you want to relieve pressure. You want to make sure that you are releasing pressure, drawing attention. You are making sure that the enemies are low HP so they cannot shoot your teammates, right? So there is a concept of you being able to damage your enemies so they cannot shoot your teammates. So by damaging your enemies, you are healing your teammates. That's a very cool concept. I absolutely love it. Okay, you're finally going for it. It feels like you're playing World of Tanks, right? It feels like you're playing World of Tanks where you are just like going for a position. You're like break the fence, break it again, and then stand still and shoot like a turret. You are mobile and you have B.O.B. Every single, like, you have to treat it like this. Every single second that you are not using your B.O.B, you are wasting your potential on the second B.O.B. It's like every single additional year that you spend growing a child that's 18 years old, you are wasting your opportunity to get another child, right? What a bad example that is. Okay, break the fence. B.O.B can break fences, don't worry. Okay, nice B.O.B, man. Let's go. Oh, hog is that. Nice, focus mercy. No! Oh no, man. It's okay. It's alright. You will learn. It feels like you were able to get value with B.O.B simply because they don't have Ana to sleep him. They don't have anything to do with him. I think May can wall him, but that's nothing in comparison with sleeps. I like I like it here. Okay, and we're going for the duel in the west. Oh yeah. Will you be able to? Oh yeah. That's a Ashe Diff, man. You can actually go for the global chat and say Ashe Diff right here. It feels like you were trying to dynamite Mercy while you should actually just shoot him or her, right? And then you're going here. And again, you are standing still, man. You're standing still. Make sure that you use your natural cover to get advantage. Let me show you that. Let's say that you have a cover here, right? So this is your cover. Let's pretend that this is a wall. Instead of walking out and standing still and trying to shoot, right? Yeah, you can be exceptionally accurate with it and land many headshots, but at what price, right? You want to make sure that you can kill enemies while they cannot kill you. So instead, you can do this, right? You can shoulder pick, shoulder pick, shoulder pick, shoulder pick. So do it like this. Again, we can see the same mistakes, just standing still like a turret on a position ready to destroy everyone. Unfortunately, you are exposing yourself to the dangers of Kiriko tabs. You're exposing yourself to the dangers of Mei, and you got the 40 seconds and 3-pointer. Could it be better? Absolutely. Let's take a look at your defense. Okay, so you start off on the high ground. I highly advise you to pre-aim your dynamite here and go for the blow when they will just come out of the spawn. So you can have additional ultimate charge for your B.O.B and have the ability to use him faster, thus gain the advantage. They are going for Echo, Pharah, Mercy. And do you have? Oh, you have Pharah. Okay. Which is going to be exceptionally interesting because Echo is a great counter to Pharah. And you guys are just giving space here. I have no idea what happened to your Life Weaver and... Okay, Life Weaver just... Okay. Yeah. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So, when you are giving space, it's very important to give as much as possible. I highly advise you to walk up here and then boom, go here. When you are playing here, there is a lot of natural cover that opponents can take to really get the best out of you. And your natural cover is here, which is exceptionally horrible. You're putting yourself in a trap. You're putting yourself in a jail. And notice how Kiriko can TP. Notice how they have Pharah, Mercy and Echo on you, as well as the Hog is there, right? So it was a bad idea right from the start, and you should have went here. Should have went here. Boom. Let's see what you will do here. Again, standing still. Standing still. Use your natural cover to shoulder pick. Use it to shoulder pick. Oh, you should have been dead here. Ask for healing. Never peek out with a low HP, especially against these characters. Ask for healing. And again, standing still. Like, you are literally the easiest target for this person. Let's see it from his point of view, right? Let's see it from his point of view. You're just standing still. Not jumping, not what, like... Oh, this guy's actually... Wait, this guy's actually better than Bronze 5 for sure. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's take a look at what you are doing here. So, again, they are abusing the fact that you cannot hit flying targets. This is your biggest problem right now, as well as the fact that you are holding bad spots, which are leading to you losing your engagements. What I would advise you here is to... First of all, is this position the best when you are going against Pharah and Echo? No, it's very easily spammable, this corner, as well as it will allow them to get a lot of like lucky shots on you, right? How frequently are you getting directed by Pharahs? Not so often. It's really hard to do so, but when there are corners like this, it's really easy to do so. So you're making it like you're making his life easier and you're making your life worse. Right here, I would highly advise you to play here. play around this corner, play around this, right? And the problem with Echo is that she's silent, so she can actually fly up from here, flank, and then go for you. But hopefully you will have the chance to react. And here you're just placing yourself in a very, very bad situation because healers cannot heal through walls. Sure, Moira can heal orb you, but that's it. Moira can heal orb you, and that's it. You are out of line of sight of your supports, and you are just exposed to this Pharah. So a very bad position. You should really, like, yeah, exactly. And you're standing still. Let's continue with, you switch to Hanzo, which is really, really interesting because that's exceptionally counterintuitive, and you wanna stay Ashe. You really wanna stay Ashe. Okay. It feels like if you had problems hitting flying characters on Ashe, you will have massive problems on Hanzo as well. And yeah, as you can see, you're struggling quite a bit here, and then you are going for a bad positioning right there as well. Honestly, you should not even be there. You should be in the spawn, setting up, preparing, getting ready for the fight. And then you're going Symmetra. This is a phenomenon called like panic swapping, and it can be exceptionally horrible. This is a sign that you are not confident with your character, you are not confident overall. What are you gonna do on Symmetra against flying characters? What are you gonna do on Symmetra? Sure, I will try to give you some tips on the character here. If I were to be Symmetra in that situation, what I could have done to help myself win more games. As you can see, this is just absolutely not working. Like absolutely not working. The fact that you are playing Junkrat Symmetra into two flying characters, you are pretty much giving up on the game already. It doesn't matter what your teammates will do, it doesn't matter what they take, that's a massive L from the start. And you're going Cassidy, great choice, especially considering the fact that this particular point is a very close distance, close range like polygon, which will allow you to get closer ranges on your flying characters. So on Ashe that would be exceptionally hard, but Cassidy can make it work. Soldier can also be great, but yeah, Cassidy is also nice. And again, like when I was learning the piano, I had the same problem. I could not play with my left hand and with my right hand at the same time, simultaneously. You should really train that. When you're going for the movement, you really wanna go for like as unpredictable, as flashy, as good as you possibly can. Like, right? You wanna strafe, you wanna be unpredictable. Ooh. So pretty much it doesn't matter what kind of character you are playing, you are making same mistakes all over again, and there is nothing you can do to fix them, simply because what kind of analogy can I give? It's like it doesn't matter what kind of medication you are taking if the root of your problem is not fixed, right? Oh, my head hurts. I'm gonna take these pills, and I'm gonna take those pills, and I'm gonna take that. It doesn't matter. You just need to fix your posture, you just need to fix your diet, and the headaches are gonna go away. As well as, like, this is... Yeah, you are just panicking. You are just panicking, you are not ready to, like, really contest these players. What you wanna do instead of, like, dying, get yourself into a position. Make sure that you are around the corner. Shoot, hide, shoot, hide, shoot, hide. Okay. Okay, this was good, but you overexposed yourself again. Ooh. So, we are going for the same mistakes all over again, right? So instead of you overexposing, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Instead of you being overexposed, so 5 players are looking at you. Choose a target. Is it your job to touch here? Yes. In this particular case, your team is giga dead. There is nothing they can do. You're gonna lose this point right now, 3.5 meters. The brig is gonna die in a second, simply because there are 2 players looking at her. In this kind of situations, I ask my teammates to switch to Wrecking Ball, Tracer, Kiriko, Lucio perhaps, and then just go to the point and try to contest it for as long as possible. This will allow you to win some time and maybe win some games. You think that you would have lost. And here, unfortunately, there is nothing you could have done here. Absolute obliteration. There is like... there is no better word to explain how much worse your team performance was in comparison to them. But again, this is all winnable. This is all very winnable. If you will find a way to get kills onto flying characters, this is gonna be better. Okay, you are actually walking while shooting. This is nice. This is good. This is good. Okay, I don't really like... So don't use Coach Gun for nothing, simply because it has pretty high cooldown for the team comp that they are playing. Okay, okay. But again, the fact that you are shooting this guy is nice. You're exposing yourself to Pharah. You're exposing yourself to Kiriko. And are you exposing yourself to Hog? Yeah, in some cases, in some scenarios, yes, you are. Right? Again, the things that I can, I think like everything that we will see further is just gonna be a repetition of the same mistakes that we saw previously, and let me give you some tips and advice that you can implement to improve your game a lot already. That you can take to improve your game a lot. First of all, you go to a custom game, you go create, you go settings, mode name, you go Vaxta, and then you press, oh no, import code, I'm sorry, Vaxta. Right? You can name it like aim training and warm up. Sure, perfect, right? So import code Vaxta. You go for that, and then you go, where do you go? Yeah, you press escape, and then you press start. Here, you go start warm up. Let me reduce my buffering. If you're experiencing some FPS drops, you go video, reduce buffering, on, off. And then you leave it on, and you have higher FPS and a smoother game. You go there, you pretend that this is a wall, you are not overexposing yourself, and you are going for kills. You are going for kills. You are going for dynamites. When you are going for a dynamite, you can stand still for a second. Yeah, so it's gonna be easier. But make sure that you can like load up while you are shooting. Make sure that you AD, just like I am doing right now, to get the most value out of your kit. Right? You can set up your bot movement, F to change, right? You can go for hard, and pretty much like you can start with very easy if it's a problem for you, right? So this is a very easy, predictable movement. No one is really like doing much, everyone is jumping. And then slowly, gradually, you move higher and higher and higher in that regard until you finally find a way to hard, right? And then at hard, you'll try to hit dynamites. They are like, you should really mimic their movement if you want to be great. Like, look at that Widow. Like, how hard it is to hit this guy. This is like literally picture perfect top 500 movement. I don't know if top 500 Widows are moving like that, simply because it's an AI. It's like so much more advanced than a human being. Like, look at that Baptiste. Like, notice how it's so much harder for me to hit this guy. If he'll find the Ashe here, that would be great. Like, look at that Echo. Oh my god, man. It is actually pretty hard to hit him. Yeah, so look at that Ashe. Look at your movement. Look at what your movement could have been. right? So you go like this. It is actually pretty hard to hit. It is actually pretty hard to hit. Like you can land a dynamite here, try to like. I'm just horrendous. But yeah, this is harder than it looks. And Kiriko, forget about it, man. The fact that you can kill Kiriko on Ashe is a miracle, simply because of her very small model. But you do it like that. You go for your dynamites. You make sure that you are comfortable with them. And then again, you don't want to force Ashe on non-Ashe maps. Pretty much the maps which with very like close quarters are horrible, and you will suffer tremendously. Ilias, Lijiang Tower, they are just horrendous. They are just horrendous. The maps with longer distances and maps with verticality are great for Ashe. So hopefully you have learned something new from this particular VOD review. Hopefully it was nice. See you in the next one. Take care.